Hi, welcome to Econ 571, Labor Economics. This course is primarily being offered an Econ Master's program, but there are some students from other graduate programs in here, I believe. My name is Connor Norris. I'll be the instructor for this course. I'm a teaching assistant professor in the general business department, but my background is in pure economics. My other role at WVU is doing academic research at the new Regulatory Research Center, where I'm in charge of our labor market research. This is my fourth time teaching this course and the fourth time I've had to kind of update things. In the past, this course was in the HR leadership program, but once I finally got it appropriate for that program, after tweaking it a few times, we moved it to econ. There shouldn't be any issues with this. I've removed the HR focused assignments, but I'm reusing a lot of the lectures from the past year. There may be a stray reference to things about human resources left in there, but it's the economic theory that I want to be talking about in the Econ Master's program. Now, if you are in another program and the economics like assignments aren't very appropriate for you, please reach out to me and we can talk about it and make sure that you have something that is designed for the degree that you're getting. Now, I'll be focusing a lot about theory in the lectures and trying to develop theories, but also be trying to give some real world examples so you can see how these ideas in labor economics play out in the real world. This course is going to be organized into 8 weeks. You'll have a final exam, that'll be your only exam. Each week you'll have assignments and you'll have some papers to write. The modules run from Monday morning to Sunday night at midnight every week, except for the week around Thanksgiving. At the end of the course, I extend that a little bit so you can have time with your families. We'll be using George Borjas's Labor Economics textbook. I think this is appropriate for this class and where all the students are going to be coming from. There's a lot more examples and practical sorts of assignments associated with this textbook. So in this course, we'll be covering a bunch of topics. Of course, we're going to start out with labor market supply and demand, and then put them together for equilibrium analysis. Supply and demand are the workhorse models in economics for a reason. But then once we finish that, we'll get into some other topics in the second half of the course, things like human capital, labor unions, and so on. That'll be relying on this supply and demand and the equilibrium analysis that we do and kind of set up in the first half of the course. One thing I'll be doing this semester for this course is asking you to ask me 2 questions as part of an assignment each week. Basically, it's like a class participation sort of assignment for each week. One of the hardest parts about teaching an online course like this one is not being able to interact and see whether students are understanding the topic or if they're a little confused. And on your end, being an online course, it's the same sort of issue, just flipped, where I could be talking and you don't know, you have this question that I'm just not answering because it's, not interaction back and forth. We could probably save, in a lot of these cases, we can save a lot of time if you would just be able to say, hey, wait a second, could you explain this a little more? So this assignment is kind of a way to get at that, for you to ask these, simple little questions and for me to be able to answer them each week. I also encourage you to reach out and email me anytime that you need some clarification or need some help with this course. Honestly, we can save a ton of time. I don't want you struggling for 4, 6, 8 hours on a topic, really trying to push through it when a 5-10 minute conversation can actually solve. And sometimes it is literally that extreme. But with that, thank you and welcome to the course.